Phoenix Books presents
Pegasus in Flight. Tyrla took a quick look from the alley into the main concourse of residential Linear G, then pulled back instantly, flattening her thin 12-year-old body against the plas slab wall. Public health officials were swarming all over, rounding up the early morning crowd of able-bodied workers. Cautiously, she took another look, to see what the PHOs were setting up on their tables. She withdrew, having seen enough to recognize another wholesale vaccination effort. Rapidly, Tyrla ran through her head her current list of those mothers of illegal children whom she should inform. First, because they would pay her for warning them to hide the kids. Second, because those who could afford to would pay her for the vaccine. She had better ask Mama Bobchick if there were newborns, and Mirda Khan. Yes, she had best tell that old wagon right after she warned Mama. Most of Tyrla's 12 years had been spent in scrounging a totally unofficial living in the multi-ethnic 30-storied community of Linears. Officially, there had never been a record of Tyrla's birth. She was, however, the 5th child born to Dika. Only the first, Tyrla's brother Kale, was legal. The government tied a woman off when she gave birth to a second child. Consequently, Firza, Lenny, Ahmed, and Tyrla had all been born in Dika's single-parent squat with the aid of Mama Bobchick. Kale had been official until Dika had sold him at 10. Firza had had the use of Kale's wrist ID for 2 years until she was profitably disposed of. In the next year, Dika, Lenny, and Ahmed died of one of the immune plagues. In the haste and confusion of body disposal, Dika's death had not been officially noted, so Tyrla had been left with 2 ID bracelets. Self-sufficient and resourceful, she had managed to retain the squat, drawing 2 subsistence rations until Dika's ID was cancelled after her failure to appear for a routine medical examination. Wise in the ways of her society, Tyrla had not been caught short by the lockout. Figuring out the cancellation date had been no problem. 2 days prior to the eviction, she moved her few possessions, hotter unit, the best of the sleep sacks, the corridor, and pretties Dika's men had given her, into new quarters 5 levels below the main concourse. Only a slight and agile person could reach the eyrie. She patched her hotter unit and quarter wires into the overhead cables and settled in. She did miss the all-night informational programs on the squat's Tri-D. Tyrla was thirsty for knowledge. She even used Kale's ID to log into school. For another 2 years, Kale's bracelets supplied his small sister with daily subsistence, weekly clothing issues, and the other amenities until Kale failed to appear at Evaluation Center within 3 weeks of his 16th birthday. By then she was well established, almost indispensable to most of the residential clients and gang bosses in the neighborhood industrial complexes. Everyone who knew her knew very well that she was illegal.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?